Vinny Caravella.
Alex Navarro.
You ready to hit the zero?
Yeah, you mean like reset everything?
Yes.
Yes, reset everything.
Let's just reset everything to zero.
Can I say goodbye to my loved ones first or anything?
That's not really the point.
Okay. This is Kentucky Route Zero.
It is.
Before we even get started, if you're watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, this is a story-based game, there's going to be spoilers in here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're jumping into Chapter 3 here, right?
Yes. So we have a quick look up on the site from 7 years ago when this first launched.
The first
episode. If you want to see what a little bit of that looks like, there's and what the speculation was about what this thing would be and how long it would take to complete. That is probably where you want to start.
Yeah.
Here, I'm just going to jump around a little bit. We are playing the TV edition, which is the console release, which will have all 5 acts plus all the interstitial episodes of Kentucky Route Zero.
Okay.
Act 5 will launch on the PC the same day this comes out.
Yes.
So everyone will have access to all the episodes as of the time this is probably the day after this goes live.
But there will be some spoilers, at least here in episode 3.
Yeah, I jumped into episode 3 just because I wanted Act 3. I wanted to go a little further. We're not going to go super long into any of these acts. I'm playing on a save where I have not completed any of them, so it is not like the story that I played necessarily, but it is just a chance to kind of poke around and see what some of the stuff that happens in this is.
And in talking to you again, just to kind of set this up, you were like, "This is some interesting stuff. This is a good feel for the game of what this is." I have played Act 1 and some of Act 2, so I'm curious to see how this changes up a bit. Also, Act 3 came out like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's been out for a while.
All right, take me on the Route Zero to here. This is a $25 you said for
$25 for the whole
everything.
thing. Yeah.
What we got going on?
So we're in Act 3 here. This is not the very beginning, but basically the first scene of Act 3. I don't know if I'm going to get to the part that I kind of want to get to, but we'll see. We'll try anyway. The basic premise for anyone who has not played Kentucky Route Zero at all. You start out as this dude Conway, an old fellow who works for an antique shop. The shop is closing, and you have one last delivery to make to an address that no one seems to know where it is.
It's on Kentucky. It's off of Route Zero.
You find that out pretty early on in Act 1. Like, the way you need to get there is to take Kentucky Route Zero, which is a highway that seems to be unbound by the rules of time and space. And along the way, over the course of the different episodes, you meet a wide variety of different personalities throughout the great state of Kentucky. And some of them will join you on your journey to try and find 5 Dogwood Drive and deliver your final thing.
It's all metaphors.
It's all
the way down.
It kind of is
all the way down. Okay, so I am here to get a taste of what this game kind of is, because going into it when I started, I had no idea, and I feel like Act 1 and even Act 2 were very different from each other.
They are.
I'm curious to see how Act 3 goes.
So every episode of this is fairly distinct from one another. There is obviously this overarching plot, but the plot, I feel like, is kind of less important than just sort of the characters and the storytelling around it. It's hard to describe exactly.
Yeah, this is going to be kind of an odd quick look.
Yes.
In general, there's a lot of text.
There's a lot of text.
But I think if people are curious, I see this as, if you're curious about what this game is, this is what this game is.
Yeah.
All right, so what we're doing here? Deciding?
So right now, we've just been at a place called the Museum of Residences, which is very literally a museum of houses that people lived in. And that is, I think, in and of itself, kind of a good example of the environments and places that this game takes you to. They are strange, sometimes a little otherworldly, but like they also are kind of rooted in a mundaneness that I think is kind of like, it's a good blend of all those things in kind of an odd way. Yeah, let's get.
We're not going to talk about your leg right now.
No, we're not.
Okay.
That's something that I will leave other people to figure out and explain why that is the way that it is.
Okay, fair enough. So this is the kind of world map.
This is the world map. This is not Route Zero. These are like the normal highways of Kentucky. Well, normal-ish anyway. Yeah. So this is kind of how you navigate around. There are hidden things to sometimes find on these highways, but they are not like super secret. Like, they're not like crazy hidden, unique things. They're just sort of like new things you can observe, like a more world detail you can kind of drink in. So my truck just died.
Good job, you lost.
Yeah, the game's over. I died. So And this is kind of how it breaks itself up. You know, every bit of the game is broken up into scenes within the acts. They're very much staged in these particular environments. And I think we're actually going to get to the bit I want not too long after this. So.
Yeah, you basically get set up in these vignettes.
Yeah.
So that's Conway there.
Yeah.
I know Shannon.
That's my dog, who is named Homer in my save, but because I jumped ahead... Because I jumped ahead, I think it's just named Dog here. And Ezra is a kid I met in the last episode.
Okay.
Just won't start up again. So this is a very text-heavy game, I will say. If you are looking for serious adventure gaming or, you know, like puzzle solving or things like that, that's not really what they're doing here. This is more of... It's a very reading heavy game, but the reading is really good. Like the writing is really sharp and strong, and it's confident in a way that I think it has to be for something this kind of odd to work. All right, so let's see here.
So some of the questions I have going through, and I don't even know if you can answer these, though you have finished the game.
Yes, I have.
It might take you multiple playthroughs to answer some of these. How consequential are the choices and the dialogue options you make?
So that's hard.
I know it's a hard thing to... You've played it once.
They're consequential in the sense that you are following... So there is player choice, but it's not player choice in the sense that like you are getting a completely different path if you go on if you choose this or another. It's more like you get like choices for dialogue strings. Like it's like, say you're given. I'm trying to think of like a good example of this, but sometimes it will be like, "Hey, you looked at this tree over here," or "Hey, you walked over to this, you know, this sewer grate over here." You know, these are not actual examples, but like the idea is that you're choosing what you want to focus on, but it doesn't really change the path of the story that much. There are there's at least one act where it does feel like you are choosing which scene you kind of want to look at, but it doesn't really have like huge consequences for what takes place in later acts. Do you know what I mean?
I think so.
Yeah, like there are actual scenes where you can be like, hey, you went and did this, or you went and did this.
Yeah, having not seen the fruits of that stuff, because I haven't finished it. I'll take your word for that. These are. It sounds like it's more flavor and color than actual, hey, since you chose Y, you're going to get Z ending.
Yeah. All right, so we're calling for a tow truck. And see, here's an example. We can kind of decide how the person on the other end is responding to this late night call.
Right. And this stuff I actually found very interesting.
Yeah. It's a different take on the sort of like choose your own path kind of, you know, dialogue driven systems like this. And I think that I just think it's kind of a cool way to do it.
Well, so I think the biggest example of this, or what I think, having only played again Act 1 and some of Act 2, is the example of naming your dog. It basically it says, you know, it kind of presents it not in a what should your dog's name be. It's like, hey, get over here, Blue. Hey, get over here, Homer. Or hey, oh, I haven't named my dog.
Yeah, it doesn't change like the personality of your dog or really like even how you interact with the dog. It's just that like, hey, you've added this flavor to
contextually.
That bit. Yeah. All right, so neighborly.
It's been a while with the Kentucky route.
Yeah, so 7 years is how long this from start to where we're at now. So 2013 is when the first act came out. And there's also been these little episodes that have come out in between that are kind of like set up for each of the like everything from Act 2 on. Did you end up playing the one for Act 2, the museum one?
The lead into Act 2?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So you're playing on PC, I should say.
I'm playing on PC, and when I was playing it, there's a chance that I saved it and then just went to like, hey, start Act 2 or continue Act 2. I mean, it has my dog's name, so it's definitely picking up where I left off, but I'm not sure I got my Act 2. The first thing I remember from Act 2 was being in an office building.
Yeah.
With another character.
Yeah, that's where the actual act picks up. So there's those episodes. They don't really tie specifically to your main cast. They're more about like the new characters that are going to be introduced in the next act. I found
setup,
or at least new. Or sometimes it's new locations. Like the one before Act 4 is just it's a phone thing you can call, and it will start telling you about some of the locations that you can potentially check out in the next one.
Okay.
It's sort of like a Bureau of Tourism thing that you can call. But there isn't really anything that like specifies like who the people are that you're going to be interacting with.
So look at this mess you've got here. How about this? Is Ezra just hanging out in the tree?
Yeah, I mean he's a kid. You know, he's hanging out near power lines like a normal kid would.
Ezra's bored. Oh,
doesn't mind.
Doesn't mind.
Ezra's a good kid.
Oh, good. Play. Ask him what he'd like to play.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's tell the future.
This has got creepy, but sure. Okay, little fate lines.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What kind of bed will I sleep in tonight? What kind of job will I have next? How will I travel in the future?
I want to know how he's going to travel in the future.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Okay.
All at once?
New truck.
I like that.
Let me see. New truck. Oh, okay.
All right. Oh, hey, let's talk to the dog real quick.
Dog.
Hi, dog.
A dog.
Homer, please.
Blue.
Julian is Ezra's brother.
Why is Ezra's brother carrying houses?
I'll leave for you to understand what's going on there.
We are jumping in again, Act 3 of 5.
Yeah.
So Shannon, in what I've played so far, is handy and runs a TV repair business.
Yes.
On the side.
And she has a cousin named Weaver who is sort of a personality that crops up from time to time throughout the story.
Gotta get this truck started, Alex.
I know. Not sure there's anything else I can do.
Talk to Ezra again?
Nope. We just gotta wait for something to happen.
Hey, look at these folks.
Yeah. Here are your new characters for this act.
Johnny?
These are my two favorite characters in the game, which is why I actually picked this act. Johnny and Junebug are... Well... Basically, they are robots who are cool musicians.
Okay. Was there a little cameo of them when you go to Weaver's house at some point? Playing a little song in silhouette?
That may have been them. I actually really want to go back and now replay all of this, knowing what I know.
They're pretty sophisticated robots.
Yeah.
Sure they're robots? Or do you just believe them?
No, they're robots.
Okay.
You'll know when they start walking.
Hey, listen, I can walk like a robot. Doesn't mean I'm a robot.
I've always wanted a motorcycle with a sidecar.
Yeah?
I don't know that I would ever actually use it, but...
Who would be in your sidecar?
I don't know, my cat.
With a little helmet?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm in.
It would have to be a tiny sidecar
sure,
so that she doesn't jump out, but yeah. You know, the little one in the corner.
Tiny little stars.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, jerks.
Well...
I try not to help them.
Oh, I don't know. I want
to see what happens. You think it could skip this whole thing? Or do you think they'll force you into it?
Let's see. I helped them.
Aw. Yeah, share the bread. I'm afraid that they might actually skip the scene that you wanted to show. So Let's go.
I'm not sure that they will. It's kind of a big scene, so I don't think that they will. But nonetheless, I feel like the end of that conversation is inevitably like, we need to go help them.
You think they would force you back there?
I think so, but I don't actually know.
Getting chased by metaphors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello.
Howdy, folks.
Howdy. You just, I squeak like that now.
Mm-hmm. Who among us? And then also sometimes you can just determine like who's actually having the conversation too.
Who's chasing you?
Oh, I'm sorry, I picked the wrong.
No, it's fine. It's your game.
No, this is our game, Vinny. My game is finished.
Yes, this is true.
They seem
probably
nice
from space.
We'll go with that. Hey, I used that word earlier.
No. Don't like music, but I like the sounds. Okay.
We should go to their gig.
If only you could get there.
Wait, no, but they're not.
I
like the vicious cycle. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Up to you.
What are we doing? We're
naming
a couple of regular gearheads.
What's the name of their motorcycle?
Oh, their motorcycle is clearly the vicious cycle.
Okay. It is pretty tough.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. The vicious cycle is actually pretty tough.
Oh, we gotta get to the gig.
Uh-huh. Notorious.
That's a very short set.
Maybe it's like Fish. It is just one song, actually.
Yeah.
It's a jam band. They're going to play all their songs.
Of course we will.
Oh. Old man.
It's an old dog.
Old dog that wears a hat.
Yeah. I think they get it running again.
Oh. Go to the gig.
Let's go to the gig.
Are you driving?
Yeah.
Can you go anywhere you want?
I could go anywhere I want, but I think for the sake of this, I'm just going to go straight to the gig. But yes, you can just start darting around the highways doing whatever you want here at this point.
Oh, the vicious cycle turned off.
Yep.
Wait, don't you have to follow them to the gig?
We'll get there. I took the long way around.
Oh, man, they lost you at the light.
There we go. Now we're at the tavern. Yeah, this straight up was my favorite scene of anything that I played.
You mean Act 3, Scene 3?
Yes. Yes, I do.
All right. High expectations.
Hey, look, I don't want to say it's like
it's the best thing.
It's not the best thing ever. It's just a really lovely scene that I enjoyed quite a lot. Normally, I would talk to the dog.
Mm. That's a small tavern.
Yeah. Very few.
They're going to play us a song?
They may. Again, I'm skipping some flavor here. By all means, people should. This is a game I would highly recommend. Just like poke around every corner and find all the dialogue you can. Like look for the stuff.
A game about atmosphere. Man, a lot of just old man getting dropped.
Yeah. I mean, he's not a young man.
Hard times with you and the dog.
Normal walking.
Hmm?
Just their normal walking sounds.
Mm-hmm. That's it, yeah. Knees. They get funny. Where's everyone?
So the episode that takes place before this one, the little in-between episode, it just takes place in this bar.
Oh.
And you find out what happened to the other patrons. That's all I'll say. Don't you want to hear some music, Harry?
Yeah, come on, Harry.
All right.
Go have a seat. Listen to them play.
Let's enjoy.
Yeah, take a load off. Harry's gonna love this. Ezra, have a seat. Making me nervous.
Always need more reverb in the monitors.
I'm surprised Harry has monitors.
Lamentation.
Yeah, real bad.
Appreciate that.
This is their one song, right?
This is their one song.
All right.
That's where I feel at home. Guys, seriously, let the audience talk.
No, they got a thing to do. They're not really here to have a conversation. Okay. Wait, you stole somebody's song?
Look, it's a cover, okay? It's a tribute.
Now we're getting rich off of it.
I don't think they're getting rich, dude.
No, they're getting robot rich.
Speaking of someone who has gotten back into playing music at small venues again, they are not making any money on this.
It's all about t-shirt sales. Oh? Bars shouldn't do that.
Just let it wash over you.
Are you choosing these?
Yes.
Okay.
So you don't choose every lyric, but you just sort of set a lyrical path for the song.
What if you wait too long?
I think it just cycles through the instrumental until you do.
Oh,
Or
really?
there might be a point where it's just like, okay, you're just going to pick the top option.
So you're picking like the block.
Yeah.
I can't believe they stole the song.
They weren't doing anything with it.
Is this the only voice acting or quote unquote voice acting in the game?
No.
Oh, okay, interesting.
think I could hit that note.
No?
No.
Some good dress animation.
Yeah. Yeah, the animation on her in particular, and like her arm movements and stuff too.
Very good.
Yeah. I'm choosing different lyrics than I did.
Okay. They never say when this takes place, right?
I'm not sure time really works the same way in this universe that it does in ours, but no, they don't. They don't specify a time. It's all you know is that it takes place in a version of America.
Yeah, like from the bit I played, it's like anywhere from like the 60s to now.
Yeah. Like to me, like stuff like this, like the guy with the keytar and all that, like that feels like they're going for something a little more modern.
Of course, but there's also, I mean, it's tough too because it's like in a rural place where like almost feels like a place that time forgot.
Like a place out of time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ezra is enthralled.
Yeah. Well, it's probably his first time being led into a bar.
Seeing some live music.
He just likes the sounds.
That's right. Harry's going to be upset about his roof, but it was worth it.
Don't worry. They found a roofer.
Oh, good. Would you say that this particular thing going on here is unique?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
There are, I'm not going to say it's the only musical moment in the game. It's not, but it is. It was the scene that I remember a lot of people telling me about specifically, and it definitely hit me pretty heavy the first time I played it. And I think that there are a lot of little moments like this that are not to saying musical moments, but like individual scenes that kind of just sort of like rise up out of nowhere and kind of hit you.
Yeah.
But this one is pretty unique in its own way.
I only wish Blue could have seen it.
Yeah. Well, Homer did. So I'm going to jump out of here real quick.
So you're gonna load up a save from a later bit.
I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna show you a little bit of the interstitial episode before Act 5, just like a minute or two of it, and then I'm gonna load up Act 5, but I'm not really gonna play into it.
So again, if you're interested in spoilers, this is your chance to get out.
Yeah.
We're gonna move further into the game.
Yes.
Just visually, there might be spoilers.
Yes, 100%. If you don't want to see this stuff, don't. Just here's where you jump out.
Okay.
But I just kind of wanted to because I mean people have been waiting for Act 5 for so damn long. I figure like hey, I just want to show you a little taste.
Interface looks different, I will say, in the very beginning, the menu stuff.
Yeah.
From the PC.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean I think the TV edition specifically, like this is the UI they built for all the acts for this.
So this is the
prelude episode. Yeah, the thing between Act 4 and Act 5. I will say the audio design in particular in this game is great. It's minimalist, like the music when it is used is very effective. The sound effects are very pleasant and just sort of
Yeah, I found the mix very nice.
Yeah.
Like a lot of outdoor sound. Like this rain sound is very nice.
Yeah. Which is good because this is actually a long interstitial episode, so you hear that storm for a while. So you're here at this, it's like a community television station.
Okay.
You know, public access.
And at this point, do you know any of these characters?
You know about the station, and I think one or two of the names may have cropped up in some stuff, but that you haven't like met these people. Okay. You haven't like hung out with them very much.
This is kind of their introduction.
Yeah.
You better get started.
Yeah. Ha ha.
Ha 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 ha.
So this whole section just takes place in the station, and you don't even really move around that much. You just kind of rotate around and check out different sections of it. You'll see what I mean in a second here. But each of these episodes is very distinct from one another, like especially the in-between ones. Like they don't necessarily use any of the same mechanics. They all kind of focus on different stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So here I'm just like highlighting certain areas of the environment and just kind of checking out like what these people are doing.
Huh.
You want some noise to vibe on, just like me.
All the tapes are flying out.
Mm-hmm. Slow-mo crow. There's a lot of like talking to animals as if they are just people.
I mean, that
in this series.
Crow's doing some hard work.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Get on there. Do the show. This looks like a fun job. I'm sure it pays very well.
Oh, yeah. No, all these people are doing great. I always say that about Saturn, that it's in retrograde.
Always. It's kind of your thing.
Yeah.
Always trust Elmo. Is that what's on the show?
I mean, they're live, so yeah. I mean, is this any worse than any of what we do?
No, plenty of leaks in here.
Yeah.
Sure. Night noise. I just listen to this rain.
It's very nice rain. What do you think? Is it the spine? Is it the heart? Is it the skin?
The spine is very. Let's call it the heart.
We'll call it the heart.
Everybody wants to be the heart.
That's more poetic.
Nobody really wants to be the spine. Ron.
God damn it, Ron.
Ron.
All right, let's go to the shelf.
How about that new cat that came in?
Where?
The person who just walked in. Maybe they can get it.
No, this is my job.
Okay.
They're a guest. I can't make them do the work.
Alphabetical order is
that would be the smart way to do it.
Seems like the thing to do. Ugh. Spiders.
It's wet.
Oh boy. You got it.
Found it.
There you go, Crow.
Get to work, Crow.
Mow the crow.
That Crow is a pretty cool dude.
That Crow seems all right. That Crow knows what's going on. Are we going to be able to watch the little movie?
Not exactly.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I should say something,
nice.
Pero ninguno de los que llegaron aquí habían vivido en América Central. La comunidad se reconstruyó a sí misma, persona por persona, en los años entre medio. El pueblo construyó docenas de estructuras durante su tiempo aquí. La única de esas estructuras todavía en pie.
It's a good tape.
La que llamamos
One of the
el
best
diamante vidrio,
tapes.
la cual construyeron con el propósito de ser una biblioteca. Pero hasta ese edificio ha sido modificado y reparado extensamente.
It's a chill ass tape.
Probablemente ninguna de las estructuras presentes son originales. Las otras estructuras construidas por el pueblo fueron destruidas y recicladas durante su tiempo aquí. La única razón por la cual conocemos de esas esculturas o cualquier otra cosa del pueblo es por las anotaciones.
So she's gonna be on?
She's a guest on the show.
Okay.
Y preservaron en la...
Who are those guys?
They just work there. They hang out.
Yeah, fair enough. Do what you gotta do.
All right. I think basically this keeps going. And you
Okay.
keep finding different reasons to talk to people and stuff happens. But that's what these this is the most elaborate of them, but that's what these interstitial episodes are like. They're just introductions to stuff that will eventually come up in the next act.
Got it.
So, with that
Yes?
said,
Yes.
now
Yes.
we are going to load up Act 5.
Oh, hold on to your butt.
I am not going to show much here because I
Okay.
think people should experience for themselves, but I know people have been waiting for this.
But
so
if
just
you've
in
made
case-
it this far,
if you just want a little taste,
a
tiny
little
little
taste.
taste,
Let me give the first taste is free.
tiny little
Then
taste,
you'll have to pay $25.
I'm just going to show you what it looks like, and that's going to be it.
Again,
This is your last chance.
this is your warning. If you skipped ahead in this video,
That's not my fault.
That's not our fault.
That's absolutely not my fault.
Why would you be watching this if you did
Yeah.
want spoilers?
All right, so here we go. Just a little taste.
A little taste.
Just a little taste. It's a little taste of scene 1.
Okay, scene 1. A little taste of a town.
I thought we should actually just cut the quick look there. No, we're not going to.
Everything's wet.
It's very wet out here.
Oh, that rain never stopped.
Well, eventually it did, because it's not raining right now.
275 years later. I feel you. Is that a dead animal?
That horse did not make it.
Okay, Ezra, I recognize. All right. I don't know if I want to know anymore.
I'm not going to tell you more than this conversation.
Sun is shining.
The birds are singing.
It did rain.
The flowers are opening.
I think it rained.
I think it rained.
I think it rained. Yeah, no, like a lot.
Worm's going to be out.
Have you ever heard a worm sing?
Worms are not very trusting animals. You know, they're suspicious by nature.
If you were a worm, you would be too. Oh, we can't solve the mystery here.
Well, then I won't say anything.
They're all inside a snow globe.
It's a nice morning for a walk.
No, it's muddy.
And this is it. This is all I'm going to show you. You're a cat.
Wait, are you playing?
Yeah.
You're the cat? What happened to Blue, Homer?
All I'm saying is right now I'm controlling a cat. And I'm going to leave you at home to understand why I am controlling this cat.
Do you have to follow this dragonfly? Can you go wherever you want?
The dragonfly is just kind of the lead for where the cat is
going.
So
prove to me you're the cat. Don't follow the dragonfly. Go somewhere else. Oh, you're the dragonfly.
I'm controlling the dragonfly and the cat is following.
I got you. Now I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right.
That's it. That's all I'm going to show you. I'm going to leave it to you to discover the truth of what is taking place in Act 5 and in Kentucky Route Zero.
My mind is blown. Thank you very much, Alex.
Yeah, thank you, Vinny. I'm going to say this right now. I love this. I love playing this. I enjoyed the story a lot. I enjoyed these characters a lot. I think it would have been a different experience had I been following it all the way through.
7 years in the making.
Yeah, but I had a lot of fun playing this, and I think if you once you get past Act 1, it really hits its stride and just keeps getting better.
I did not think I was going to enjoy this, and I started enjoying Act 2 much more than I did Act 1. Not much more, but like more than I did Act 1.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that.
So with that, I think you should check out the rest of Kentucky Route Zero for yourself. It is $25. It's going to be out on consoles as of Tuesday, the 28th of January. And it'll be on the last act will be on PC on the same day.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Vinny.